What's going on, guys? Welcome back. In this video we're going to go over how you guys can make $200,000 in GTA 5 online in under 5 minutes. You guys will be able to do this using the Batty 801. This is the vehicle I use. You can use any vehicle of your choice that isn't like a special vehicle, so any sports car, supercar. You can use the PR4, whatever you guys want to use, you can use it for this money making method. This is non-repeatable and will reset by the end of the week. Just want to get that out of the way. So again, I'm going to say it one more time. It is non-repeatable. Once you beat the part-time for this money making method, you will not be able to repeat it, as well as it is going to refresh every week. So every week this time trial will refresh. So that's what we're going to be doing, is actually completing this time trial. In the bottom right hand corner you'll see the end-to-end time trial is 4 minutes and 9 seconds. So you guys can beat this time trial rather easily. It only took me about 2 attempts, and that's with me messing around because my thumbstick's broken on my controller and I have to go get a replacement. So if you guys go ahead down to that area and start up the time trial, you'll be able to see this yellow dot up here, and I recommend you guys set your waypoint to it and then restart the time trial by holding Y on the controller on the Xbox or triangle on PlayStation. And once you do that, you'll be able to go ahead and actually beat the time trial. You'll see I try to start as far out of the circle as possible, saving me some split seconds, and I'll start the time trial and lean forward at first. I find that leaning forward helps me go faster. It is true, it does make you go faster, but at the beginning wheeling isn't optimal. You'll see I eventually switch to wheeling because it does give you a slight more advantage than leaning forward. As well as when I exit this area, there is a more optimal way to get out of this area, but it's fine. Honestly, if you're using the Batty 801, mine's fully upgraded, so you won't be able to do this on a stock bike. I don't recommend you try to. I recommend you either borrow a friend's vehicle or use a supercar to complete this if you don't have this vehicle fully upgraded. You'll easily beat this time trial. It's not that tight. You'll be able to beat it quite easily. I make several mistakes and slow down at points where I probably shouldn't have, like right there, and I have no problem. And you'll see I'm constantly pulling back on that left thumbstick, so I wheelie. Now, something to keep in mind is you might want to bring some snacks on you in case you take damage from crashing. This does happen and you'll lose health and then eventually die the next time you crash. So if you eat some snacks, that won't happen. And then, as well as, I recommend you put your helmet on. It actually does make a difference, I think. I don't know if it's in my head or like if it's actually true, but when you crash, I take less damage or die less, I guess. So definitely, if you can, put your helmet on when you're doing your time trials. Come on, guys, wear a helmet. But other than that, you guys will see I'm going in between the traffic, right in the middle, and then usually holding to the shoulder, usually the right shoulder of the road, or margin, some people call it. You're going to want to stay to the right hand side or stay in between the vehicles. It's not that hard. Don't go against the traffic, don't go opposing the traffic. It will make it much more difficult, so you will want to go with the traffic. You'll see I'm staying on the proper side of the road for the entire time trial. Other than that, it's kind of straightforward. You're just gonna be wheeling constantly. You'll see I'm constantly pulling back, and it does make a huge difference in your time. It's a very, very straightforward time trial. There's nothing complicated about this one, so that's kind of nice. There's no like little tricks or anything you're gonna have to pull off to beat this time trial. I will say at the end of the time trial, there's a rock that you're gonna hit. I'll mention it again later, that you can hit and end up taking damage from. But again, if you follow the path I take, you will have no issues whatsoever, and you will be rewarded $200,000 for this time trial. So it's not 100,000 this week, it's actually 200,000. You'll see I get that payment at the end for you guys, and you can use my time and placement at the certain time to give you an idea if you're on route. So by the time I pass these buildings up here, we'll be at around like 247 ish. You'll see I hit it around 245, and then I get out of there around 247. If you're at that weed farm area at that time, you should be good. You'll be definitely ahead of schedule if you're not using a motorcycle and using a high-end supercar, so you have nothing to worry about. But it's just a rather long time trial. I find that the longer time trials, like if you make a mistake, it sucks because you have to fully restart, but it's not a big deal. All you have to do is get back on your bike and hold that Y button or triangle. Again, a lot of people will say that leaning forward is just as effective, and it isn't. It's been proven that wheeling is more effective. It's only slightly more effective, so if you're more comfortable leaning forward than wheeling, by all means, wheelie away. The problem is that over a long period of time, for example 4 minutes, that slight difference becomes quite a big difference, and you'll notice that you'll make a huge difference in your like overall time. You'll see I veer off to the right onto the grass. I still stay aggressive. Don't ease up once you get onto the dirt road. You actually need to still stay aggressive because you will lose time if you weaken. And you'll see here at the end, I pass through. I get a lot of RP for that, and I actually end up getting $200,000. So you guys can beat this time trial. Again, not repeatable. I'm gonna say it one more time, and it does refresh, so it will not be this time trial by next Thursday. So keep that in mind when doing this time trial. I definitely recommend you guys go ahead and do this. It's a free $200,000. Really, it's sitting right there. And if you need a vehicle, you can always borrow one from a friend if you don't have one. But again, if you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.